thought about the phrase, the calm before the storm? I'm sure you've heard of that before. But have you ever given it much thought about the calm after the storm? That's what I want to talk to you today about. Something that came to my mind, and I want to share that analogy with you on how it can be focused not only in Mother Nature and how it applies there, but how it could apply in your own life. So let's get into that. So the calm after the storm. What do I mean by that? Well, first of all, think of a major natural disaster. Think of a tornado blowing through a town or a hurricane and how it just simply destroys the place. And there's just trash and rubble everywhere, and it's just destruction, right? And after the storm hits and moves on, then the blue sky is out again and you got the sunshine like today. So it's the calm after the storm. And then what do people do after the tornado or a hurricane hits? What's the next thing? Do people just stare at the rubble and just say, we're just going to live in this rubble in this disaster area for the rest of our lives? No. You know what they do? They clean up. They move on, because the calm after the storm gives the people the opportunity to rebuild another town, and they move on with their lives. So this is how you have to look at it in your life. So what is a natural disaster that could happen in anyone's life? Well, in my opinion, the biggest storm that has ever existed in my entire life is the death of my husband. Or, in my opinion, any death of someone you love in your life is a major storm. So, some people will learn to rebuild their lives, move on, and other people will just dwell in the loss of their loved one. Right? I at first was the one that stayed in the rubble for years. I was down, I was depressed, I was not building my life again. Until one day it clicked to me. I says, you know what? This is ridiculous. If Mother Nature can hit and then move on, and then people can actually rebuild from the rubble, why can't I actually move on and rebuild my life? This is what I'm talking about. I'm not saying forget the person that you lost. They're not going to be here physically with you, but they will be here in your mind, your heart, and your spirit, right? So you always have their memories with you, and then you can move on and rebuild your life. And that's exactly what I did, and that's what I want for you. So keep in mind, when any kind of disaster happens in your life, when you have a major storm, remember, there is a calm after the storm, and you can rebuild your life and you can move on. And that's what I want you to do. So I hope you found some value in this. Please drop me a comment. Let me know what storms you have endured in your lifetime. I'd like to hear about that. And, if you're interested in any more sound information about how to rebuild your life, well, I will have a video on the screen that you can click on next to check out. So I recommend that you do. That's if you're serious about getting out of the rubble and rebuilding your life and making it better and stronger than it ever has been before. You can do it. I believe in you. You can do it. All right. I just want you to just be you, and just be strong. And remember, life does go on. Okay? Life moves on, and you shall move on with it. Thank you for watching. You take care.